NFC playoff picture with a win and give themselves at least a chance at the #1 seed, depending on what they do next week and depending on what the Green Bay Packers do both tonight and in Week 18. Prater kicks it away, and it will be returned by Clement. Corey Clement is out to the 20, maybe just beyond. And that's where the Cowboys will start with a football, and down we go to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, you just heard Troy mention it. Call it a tale of two streaks for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray game skid here, a losing streak, trying to turn that around. He won't have James Conner or Rondale Moore with him, only increasing the challenge, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about that. As this drive starts at the 20, Prescott over the middle, pass is caught. Somehow as he fit it in there to Michael Gallup, and he picks up 9. Dak Prescott is tired of hearing about the slump that he was in prior to that game against the Washington football team, and they're going up tempo right out of the gate, which is what they did against Washington on Sunday night.
They call their up-tempo offense fastball, and they're going right to it.
Here is Gallup, 2 for 2, first down for Dallas out at their own 35, a gain of 6.
Yeah, that first play of the game, though, that set up that second and short, that was almost a big mistake by Dak Prescott to start this game. It was close to being intercepted.
Cowboys bring in an extra offensive lineman. That's Connor McGovern. He lines up just off the hip of Jeremy Sprinkle as they hand off to Elliott. And Zeke Elliott picks up 4. Well, the Cowboys are getting healthy, obviously at the right time, and that means that Tyron Smith is back. Again, a Pro Bowler, 8th time, and for the 7th time, Zach Martin, Pro Bowler as well. There are the backs and receivers as they face second down and 6. #1 offense in the NFL. Pass is juggled, caught, first down, Dalton Schultz.
Boy, not unexpectedly, the Arizona Cardinals, they bring pressure. They're a 5-man rush football team, and they do again on this play. Dalton Schultz, who's had really an outstanding season. You know, you could say that it's a Pro Bowl type year. Makes a great adjustment to that throw from Prescott.
Hey, here we go, blue duo. Blue duo. Blue duo.
Here is Elliott, and he's tripped up in the backfield as Chandler Jones makes the play, a loss of 1.
Really nice play by Chandler Jones. And I think for Arizona, if they're going to have a chance in this game, we're going to have to be calling Chandler Jones's name a lot. Not only on plays like this in the run game, but being able to pressure Prescott in the pocket.
Prescott keeps, flips, Schultz makes the catch, makes one man miss, and takes it into Arizona territory as he picks up 7. Isaiah Simmons missing on the tackle initially, and it turns into a nice pickup for Dalton Schultz. As you look at the 8th overall defense in a group that when they're healthy, I know you like a lot.
Like them a lot. I think Vance Joseph does a great job with the scheme. I like the pressure packages that they have, and they like to bring it on 3rd down, and you can see them all up there right now at the line of scrimmage.
Here goes go Paris. Paris. We go 59. 58. Hold 58. Hold 58. You got now. You got to
On 3rd down, pass is juggled, caught, flag is down, and so is Elliott, short of the first down. But it's going to be a hold against the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll see what the Cardinals want to do with this penalty.
Holding offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
There was a time, Troy, in this league where you might just decline this penalty, but it would have been 4th and 2. Instead, they back them up.
Yeah, and I thought even on 3rd down there that there was a good chance if they didn't make it that Mike McCarthy would elect to go for it on 4th down. Now you take the penalty. I think that was the right decision by Cliff Kingsbury. Back them up a little bit and make it more of a decision for McCarthy to make if they fail to make it here. Obviously, if they don't get any yardage, then I'd have to believe that they'll be punting the football.
Prescott can't find anywhere to go with it. And just heaves it out of bounds downfield. It's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on that initial possession by Dallas, but it stalls and the punt team comes on for the Cowboys.
Well, that's a win. As we know, Arizona comes into this game really shorthanded. They've got 2 of their best pass rushers who are not playing in this game, and 2 of their top corners are not playing in this game. So against this #1 offense of the Dallas Cowboys, for them to open up this game, make a stop on the road, pretty big.
Anger, the Pro Bowl punter, hits a beauty over the head of Kirk. Backs up a bit, and it's tapped near the 16 by Luke Gifford. 42-yard punt. Here comes the Texas kid, Kyler Murray. No score early in Arlington. His tremendous life, and Troy circles that little bug, as we call it in the TV business, top right. And that will be up there at least for the rest of the first quarter. Should be up there for the rest of the year as far as I'm concerned, because back in '94, John Madden brought us at Fox Sports instant credibility when he was hired from CBS, when Fox got the rights to cover the NFC.
No doubt, when he was brought in and hired by Fox, Rupert Murdoch had to have him, and rightfully so. Immediately they had credibility, and the rest of the football world knew that Fox was a player, and for real.
From the 16-yard line, here is a carry and a big play by Greg Dortch. And right out of the gate, 26 yards for Arizona on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, such a good job. Typically, this is Rondale Moore, the rookie, but he is not active again today. And so here comes Dortch. He's able to get the ball on the quick action in the backfield, misdirection, get everybody going one way, and he hits it hard. And great way to start this game for Arizona.
Rondale Moore, 5'7", 180. Greg Dortch, 5'7", 175. Touching the ball for the first time this season, as the handoff is to Edmonds, and in 2 plays, the Arizona Cardinals with 2 big chunks, 20+ with Dortch and 14 here for Edmonds.
Just haven't seen a lot of lanes like this for these running backs for Arizona. Chase Edmonds, he's able to cut back. They seal it off pretty well. Darrell Daniels, the tight ends in the backfield, he does a good job of blocking that edge for him.
Here's Edmonds again, and this time bottled up. Carlos Watkins underneath all that made the stop. They're playing without James Conner, as Troy said, without Rondale Moore, but they are playing with this guy, Kyler Murray, who has set new career highs as he's worked his way through this season in those 3 categories. And there's really nothing he can't do on a football field. Has yet to throw it here. 3 runs to start the day. First throw, pass is tipped and incomplete as Anthony Brown got his hands on it. 3rd and 9 coming up.
Boy, I mentioned on the first play, Dak Prescott had a chance to maybe give the Cardinals a short field on that one. Kyler Murray making his first attempt just as risky.
Third down and 9. Cardinals pick up the blitz, pass downfield is caught by A.J. Green as he sets up 1st and goal from the 42 yards as he worked against Trevon Diggs.
Well, they use the aggressiveness of Diggs against them. A double move here by A.J. Green. You see him, he's sitting right at the sticks, and that's where he ran the double move, and Diggs is going to jump it, get another interception. And he was wide open. If he's able to get that ball up a little bit quicker, I think as a quarterback, you see a guy get beat so badly that you're just trying to make sure you complete the pass. That should have been a touchdown, Arizona.
Season long as it is for A.J. Green with a 42-yarder to set up 1st and goal. Edmonds to the 1. This is where they miss James Conner, who has 14 rushing touchdowns on the year, but missing another game with that heel injury at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. There's a lot of discussion with Arizona offensively, and of course they miss DeAndre Hopkins. You don't replace that guy, nor have they. But a lot of the problems that they've had also is they haven't had the two backs, the 1-2 punch of James Conner and Chase Edmonds in that many games here over the last 6-7 weeks.
Quick throw pass is batted into the air and incomplete. Diggs closest to it when it dropped to the turf as Dorrance Armstrong got his hand on that pass, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's tough. Tight quarters down here. Armstrong, he gets his hand up, makes a play on it. That was a run-pass option, so instead of handing it off to Edmonds, Kyler Murray liked what he saw on the outside, but Armstrong able to make the play.
And a false start will back up Arizona 5 yards.
This is Cliff Kingsbury cannot be happy.
Offense, number 79.
This has been the undoing of the Arizona Cardinals. Over the last 3 weeks, they've been penalized more than anybody in football, and they've been at critical times. I mean, they're right down in here with a chance to punch it in on this opening possession, and now they back up 5 yards.
Well, Josh Jones, who's starting at right tackle, was at guard last week. 3 false starts against Indy. Gets one here to back the ball up to the 6. That's his 5th false start call of the season.
He's removed one more position from the ball, so it's a different feel for him.
Murray running for his life. Flag is down and the pass incomplete. But a flag out on the edge, sitting at the 8, and it looks like an illegal shift against Arizona.
Legal shift on the offense. 2 players moving at the same time did not reset. Penalties decline. 4th down.
Well, that throw that was just a little short to A.J. Green that could have been a touchdown set up 1st and goal, and Kingsbury's left shaking his head. That penalty hurt as well.
Yeah, he can't believe it. And, you know, so that's a good point by you, Joe. The throw by Kyler Murray, that won't show up, and people may not remember that at the end of this ball game because it was a completion. They'll talk more about that penalty, but both obviously just as prohibitive for the offense.
Prater knocks it through from 24 yards away. And the Cardinals will think about what might have been. Had to wait on the throw just a bit. The 42-yarder. And the Cardinals have to settle for 3 early in Texas. Mike McCarthy looking at the Surface tablet, trying to see what just transpired with the Cardinals up by 3. He said this during the week: I've been the #1 offense, special teams, and then pounded in 6 touchdowns on offense.
Well, we've seen Dallas a lot this year, like every year, and yeah, I mean, the score itself would tell you that there wasn't a whole lot to complain about. But when we've had them, they really have not played their best football. They play well on offense, not so well on defense, and then vice versa. But last week against Washington, I mean, that game was over in the first quarter, and it was so over at halftime that Prescott hardly played along with some other key guys. But that was a total game, and so that's what Arizona's looking for. They're looking for that get-right game that Dallas had last week.
Clement will take a knee. Fox Super 6 is giving away over $6 million and play for free. Bills and Patriots clinched a playoff spot today. Bengals won the AFC North. The Titans are now the #1 seed at the moment in the AFC. Whoa! Here's one that is nearly picked as Budda Baker comes up empty, with Prescott trying to get it out to C.D. Lamb.
Wow. I mean, you talk about, here's Budda Baker. You're going to see he reads it the entire way. He just comes shooting straight up the field. McEwen has no chance to try to block him. I mean, that's just reading the playbook and knowing what tendencies are when they get in that setup. There's no doubt. As soon as they got in that alignment, Budda Baker was anticipating that quick wide receiver screen. That's 2 throws now here in this first quarter. Cowboys are fortunate.
Budda Baker just named to his 4th Pro Bowl as a handoff is to Elliott. Not much, a gain of 1. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd down and 9 as you look at where the Cardinals are on the road, 7-1, best road record in the league.
Well, that bodes well for them when they get into the postseason. They're going to be playing a lot of road games.
3rd down and 9.
Paris, go 58. Paris, 58.
Prescott underneath to Elliott. Long way to go, and he's got the first down up near the 40. He's looked better and better wearing that knee brace on his right knee in a catch and run of 15.
Yeah, that was pretty soft considering it's 3rd and long, and you're going to see that Dallas actually, couldn't tell who exactly that was. I believe it was Malik Turner, but I'm not sure, that was in the middle that had an opportunity for the ball, but they drop it off in an easy first down.
Here's a little tight end screen for Dalton Schultz, spinning his way for another Cowboy first down.
Pretty good job here by Dalton Schultz. Talked about him a moment ago, but they lose Blake Jarwin, and he's been able to step in there and just do some really good things. And he's been a heck of a football player and a guy that Dak Prescott really has some trust and confidence in, as he should. He's played really well.
Pass is caught by Lamb, and he's out of bounds, a yard short of first down yardage. Got 9 as Byron Murphy, kind of the last man standing at corner for the Arizona Cardinals, made that stop.
Well, with Arizona, Vance Joseph as the defensive coordinator, it's tough. You try to load the box and play the run, but they're so shorthanded in the secondary. They'll do it, but they can't make a living trying to single up these wide receivers. You can see the coverage now by Dallas. They got the safeties back here playing coverage.
This is their second run of this possession, and coming up short is Pollard. Isaiah Simmons made that stop, no gain, 3rd and 1.
I think Dallas has done a pretty good job as far as changing up the tempo a little bit. There's a look at Kellen Moore. Pretty creative guy. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out for him when it's all said and done as to whether or not he'll be returning next year as Dallas's offensive coordinator, or if he'll get a chance to run the show somewhere else as a head coach.
Handoff to Elliott, and he won't get it.
Yeah, he lost yardage.
4th down coming up, and what a job. We'll see who gets up and out of there. That's Corey Peters who made that stop. What a job by 98.
Yeah, Corey Peters missed a little time earlier. He's right here. You see him shift over.
Cowboys go for it on 4th and 1, maybe 1.5. Just an easy pitch and catch. Schultz, first down, Dallas. Already Dalton Schultz's 4th catch of this first quarter.
Well, you go hard play action, and Isaiah Simmons, he's caught looking in the backfield, and he's not on the tight end, and that's what happens. I mean, you got to let everybody say, hey, do your job. If you're in assignment and you're locked up man coverage on Dalton Schultz, you got to stay on him. Instead, he's looking in the backfield with the play action, a hard play action fake by Prescott. And Schultz is wide open for that one.
Here's one tipped into the air and down to the turf as it was tipped by Chandler Jones and was up for grabs. 2nd and 10.
I talk about the 5-man rush. This time they come off the slot. Here comes Simmons. And so they have a lot of different creative ways in order to get their rushers. And it's difficult on an offensive front. Another great job by Corey Peters in being able to figure out exactly where the 5 are coming from. And so you're going to see, of course, when you do that, when you're as aggressive as Arizona is defensively, they'll vacate some zones in the secondary. There's some big plays to be had.
Here's Pollard. Stops the momentum. It was sending him out of bounds and able to plow upfield to the 20 for 6.
You look at Dallas offensively, and I mean, where do you begin in trying to slow down this group? And yes, it usually starts with controlling the running game and Ezekiel Elliott, but then trying to figure out how you're going to match up on the outside with these weapons that Dak has to get the ball to. It's really challenging, and you hope along the way. We got a false start now by Dallas. They've been a heavily penalized unit as well.
False start. Offense. Number 63. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Against the center, Biadish.
Yeah, you don't hear that very often. Let's see what he does. If there's some kind, yeah, he kind of rocks back and looked like he might have. That ball moves a little bit.
Cowboys are the 3rd most penalized team with regard to yards per game. Brings up 3rd down and 9. Blitz coming. Cowboys pick it up, and the pass incomplete for Cooper.
Well, he had him too. Prescott has him, and Cooper runs a good route and turns and presents his numbers. And it is interesting when you look at how good Dallas has been on 3rd down, converting over 40% on the season. But when they get to just 3rd and 7 or more, they are 17%. I mean, if you can get them to 3rd and long, they have not been very good all year converting those down and distances, and that was a missed opportunity by Prescott. He had a chance to keep this drive going.
43-yard try by Zuerlein. Good snap, good hold, kick, no good. And Zuerlein now has missed 6 on the year. And that long drive comes up empty as Zuerlein misses. Still 3-0 Arizona on America's Game of the Week.
And he does not want to experience what it might be like, guys, to come here to this game in this stadium and lose. Less than 50 miles away, Allen, Texas, the pride and joy, coming back and trying to go to a perfect 8-0.
Leading by 3 with 2.5 to go first quarter as he hands to Edmonds, who got a yard. Leighton Vander Esch in there for Dallas.
Well, there are some stadiums that as a quarterback you go into and you just have a good feel, and you have a better feel when you're undefeated in those stadiums like Kyler Murray is. But, you know, when did it all begin? I don't know exactly, but I do know this, that he comes in here today, regardless of whatever struggles they've had offensively, feeling really good about coming back, playing here at this stadium, and also playing, as Tom said, in front of so many family and friends that are in attendance.
Murray pass is caught by Ertz, wrapped up by Curse. A gain of 4, so 3rd down coming. Look at the 8th overall offense. They've had to switch Kelvin Beachum out to left tackle. Josh Jones gets the start at right tackle as they welcome their center Rodney Hudson back. Missed the previous 2 games on the COVID list.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts up there along that offensive line for Arizona against a defensive front that's healthy. They're fully loaded, and they can rush the passer.
Murray sets up and throws for Wesley. It's broken up. Anthony Brown downfield got his hand in there. It's 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like Wesley had an opportunity. He's a guy who's getting more opportunities to play because of DeAndre Hopkins, and he's a big target, perfectly thrown ball, and it's one that he's got to be able to make a play on. It looked like it went, right through his hand, and sure enough. That was a great ball by Kyler Murray, just the young guy unable to make a play on it.
First-year player from Texas Tech. As Andy Lee shanks one. And it goes out of bounds near the Dallas 31. And just a 31-yard punt. Cowboys right back on offense, their 3rd possession, trailing by 3.
In Canton, Ohio. It was pretty special. And nobody deserved it more than he did. It took way too long.
Prescott hands Tony Pollard on 1st down, able to pick up 6. And I think it simplifies too much your relationship with John to say that you were friends because of production meetings. That's true. That's how it started. But you remained friends with him for the rest of his life.
We did. Spent a lot of time with him in the off season, in the summers. I'd go up and visit him up in Northern California. And, of course, in broadcasting, when we were ever up in the Bay Area after he retired, me and Richie Zients and Rich Russo and Ed Gorn, we'd go see him.
Here is Pollard up to the 40 to bring up 3rd down and short.
I think I can speak for really everyone who knew John in that you never spent time with John and didn't walk away just feeling like you learned a little something or had a different viewpoint on something than you otherwise had. And I think that he expressed that as a broadcaster, and it's one of the many reasons why he was as great as he was.
That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Arizona with the only points. Dallas with a missed field goal. 3-0 Fox NFL Sunday. Back after this from your local Fox station. High with Green Bay Packers right now leading the charge at 12-3. They host the Vikings tonight.
You gonna go 9? 58.
On 3rd down and 1, 1st down carry by Pollard, got it easily. Cardinals had made 1 stop on 3rd and 1. They're not able to make one there, but a flag on the play.
Offense.
And it's a hold.
10-yard penalty
Against Lyle Collins. Right there on the edge.
Yeah, you got a hold of Zach Allen, I was going to say, because there was a heck of a hole. If Pollard gets that ball, he's one-on-one. He makes one guy miss. He's off to the races, but that explains why. As I mentioned a moment ago, Joe, both these teams, Dallas has been penalized a lot. There's a lot of things to clean up. Arizona, as I mentioned, they've been the most penalized here over the last 3 weeks. Their losing streak, but too many penalties on the year for both teams.
3 different Cowboys offensive linemen have drawn a flag in this game, and now Prescott is down in the arms of Budda Baker. So the call against Lyle Collins on the 3rd down carry, and the Cowboys so far looking nothing like they did on Sunday night against the Washington football team.
Well, they got 7 up, and you look like, okay, well, how many are going to come? They rush 4. They don't even rush 5 here, which is generally what they do, but they bring Budda Baker, and he got one-on-one on Pollard. That's just when you get to these 3rd and longs, you got to stay out of them against this Arizona defense. Just too tough.
Anger hits another good one. Backing up is Kirk at the 15 and wrapped up inside the 10 by C.J. Goodwin. 56-yard punt and a return of -6 because of number 29. What a play by Goodwin. Cardinals have it up 3. In a playoff position right now, staring at a wild card spot.
Well, you mentioned it. We were at that game, a Thursday night game, their first loss against the Packers. That was a pretty defeating loss because the Packers were very short-handed. Nobody expected Green Bay to be on the road and beat the undefeated Arizona Cardinals, but they did. But more importantly in the process, that was when DeAndre Hopkins got injured, and then he's gone on to miss 6 of the last now 8 games.
Handoff here is to Chase Edmonds, and a minimal gain as Leighton Vander Esch makes the stop. After that punt, I mean, that's why a special teams unit, which is coached by Bones Fossils, feeling good about itself. 62 yards they netted in that transfer of possession of the football, and now Arizona's backed up and facing 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, it's a huge weapon that the Cowboys have, and Brian Anger is a Pro Bowler. He was voted in this past week, and he showed it on that punt. Great covering by C.J. Goodwin.
Murray airs it out. Kirk is overthrown. Now 3rd down and 8.
Well, really good route here by Christian Kirk. He's able to get on top of Anthony Brown, just quite can't get it to him. As Kyler Murray, right off the extended fingertips, Christian Kirk, he had a big drop against Indianapolis. That would have been a big play that could have very well changed the outcome of that game.
6-point loss to the Colts. They missed 2 field goals and an extra point in that game as well. 3rd down and 8. High snap. Murray in trouble. And able to float it for the first down to Edmonds. What a brilliant play by Kyler Murray. Out to his left, found number 2, and they pick up 18 yards.
Well, this is what Dan Quinn talks about when you're playing Kyler Murray. It's hard because Chase Edmonds comes out of the backfield, and Chase Edmonds does as good a job as Kyler Murray does getting the ball to him because he's able to find the hole within that defense, but not an easy throw, running at top speed the way Murray was to his left, and to be able to lay it over a defender on the money to Edmonds.
Handoff here is to Jonathan Ward. And he's up to the 30. A gain of 2. If you talk about this defense that's been on a roll, there's no doubt about it. But during this 4-game win streak, these are the quarterbacks that they have faced. But make no mistake, Dan Quinn has this defense rolling, and a lot of it is circling around the rookie Micah Parsons, who can come at an offense really from anywhere.
Well, what they've been so good at is taking the ball away, and that makes up for a lot of other mistakes.
Pressure off the edge. Pass is caught by Ertz, and he is brought to the ground by Jaron Kearse. Pressure by Randy Gregory, and Murray just able to get rid of it for 3 yards.
Yeah, you see that here comes Gregory, and they have this design, so Ertz is over there to that side, but typically you'd like to at least be able to get hands on Gregory to slow him down. But he was so fast coming off the ball, he wasn't able to. Murray reacted very well to even get the ball out.
3rd down and 5. Murray throws, pass is caught short of first down yardage. Is Antoine Wesley as Anthony Brown made the stop. It's 4th down, and the punt team comes on for Arizona.
That's a really nice job by Anthony Brown, and they disguised, which they do so well. Dallas does, and then they roll into a 2-deep look, so Brown's able to jump that route. They complete it, but Brown makes the open field tackle. Otherwise, it is a first down.
Here is a fake punt, and the throw is broken up, but a flag. It looked like the defender did not get his head around, and a flag was thrown on that play. Chris Banjo threw it. We're going to check in with Mike Pereira if we get a moment after they make this call, as the officials get together.
Defense number 25. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
The pass interference rules apply to all players except the gunners. And the intended target here, Jonathan Ward, was not a gunner. Therefore, the pass interference call is against Nashawn Wright for the first down. And that's the right call, and it sets up a first down for Arizona at the Dallas 40.
Well, that's the David Tyree helmet catch.
Yeah,
he caught the ball.
The foul was behind the spot, so the foul would be declined. We'll take the result of the play, first down.
So they're going to say that that was a catch by Ward, just a crazy catch, as those two fought for the ball, and they're going to give Ward the catch, and they're going to decline the penalty. Either way, it's a first down, and the ball sitting at the Dallas now 41.
Well, that's just Ward's second reception of the season, and that might be the best catch on the year in the NFL. They're looking for more bodies without DeAndre Hopkins and Rondale Moore, and he might find himself being a slot receiver before this thing's over.
Chris Banjo threw his first career pass, and what a catch by Ward. Here's Edmonds. Got one.
But it does tell you, Joe, that here you are on your own side of the 50, and Cliff Kingsbury's going with the fake punt. I mean, they know what they're up against, and they know how shorthanded they are and what they have to do. So, you know, can we steal a possession? And they just did. They just took one away from Dallas. And so I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see some more things like that, or them going for it on 4th down and just taking a few more chances that they otherwise might not take.
A blitz by Dallas, pass caught by Ertz, wrestled down to the ground by Van Der Esch. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Zach Ertz was such a great pickup by general manager Steve Keim. They had Max Williams as a tight end, and he was the only tight end they threw the ball to. And then he went down. He's lost for the year. And they went out and made the trade for Zach Ertz. And since he joined the team, he's been the most targeted player for the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, he has really played at a high level, and almost immediately he developed this rapport with Kyler Murray. Just a lot of really good moves by Steve Keim coming into the season and then in season.
3rd down and 5. Blitz is on, and the pass is incomplete, but there's going to be a flag on Donovan Wilson, it appears. Ertz was the target, and flags fly.
Yeah, I'm curious about this one. Well, there's the push. Yeah, he's leaning on him.
Defense number 6. Ball
Right.
be placed, spot of the foul. Automatic. 1st down.
Yeah, right there. You see that he's not playing the ball, and there's contact that's made. That's tough. It's a tough position to be in, especially when you got a tight split like Ertz was in, and when you come up and you press him, and you have so much field then that the quarterback and receiver have to work.
Here's a direct snap, and Edmonds gets dumped by Gregory. Randy Gregory in a flash got into the backfield.
I think you might want to change up that snap count a little bit, because he comes flying off the ball, and there's nothing that Max Garcia, he's trying to come across and block him. And that's what I say, that Randy Gregory, him coming back, while a lot of teams are losing players, the Cowboys have gotten healthier. And they got Randy Gregory back. They got DeMarcus Lawrence, he's back. And don't forget Micah Parsons.
Murray over the middle, pass is caught. A.J. Green, 1st and goal. Found a hole in that zone and picks up 20.
Yeah, they had a lot of opportunity on that one. Just not very good coverage by Dallas. They turn a guy loose up the left sideline. They could have taken a shot into the end zone, but right there in the middle of the field, just wide open for A.J. Green to work.
A.J. Green, a 7-time Pro Bowler with the Bengals. Here's Edmonds looking for daylight, forced out at the 5. After a gain of 3, Jordan Lewis made that play, and they're going to mark him out at the 6.
Last time they got down here, they had to settle for the 3 points. That's 2nd and goal. This would be really disappointing, coming on the heels of the last time they got down in the red zone, if they were not able to cash in with a touchdown. This would be big for Dallas defensively if after all that they don't give up any points on a touchdown.
Murray, flag on the play. Murray is out of bounds at the 4, maybe the 3. Here's the call.
Holding. Offense. Number 79. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So Josh Jones has a false start and now a hold. That's his 5th holding call of the year.
Yeah, you see, it's definitely a hold, and that becomes the issue. You mentioned Josh Jones. He had been playing right guard, and he has had a couple starts at right tackle, so it's not a totally new position for him, but it is a different position when you're out there on the edge against these speed rushers that Dallas has, as opposed to being boxed in with a blocker on each side of you. And he's realizing just how fast the edge rushers are for this Cowboys defense.
Pass is caught. And out of bounds near the 5-yard line is Greg Dortch, who touches the ball for the second time in the ball game. And they're going to mark him out back by the 7, where it'll be 3rd down and goal with a drive that's lasted over 7 minutes and put together and aided by that fake punt.
Well, it's gone the way that they would like, and you're able to keep the Cowboys offense on the sidelines, but it only works. That formula only works if you're scoring touchdowns when you get down here.
Murray with protection, pass is caught, tackle made. Parsons brings down Chase Edmonds short of the end zone.
I'd have to believe that Cliff Kingsbury is thinking about going for it here. This is some of what doesn't get talked about when it comes to Micah Parsons. We all know that he can rush the passer. He can do a lot of great things. But his ability to play in space against a guy like Edmonds and make a play like this in the open field, I mean, he literally can do it all. And sure enough, the Cardinals are going for it. You got a size advantage right here with Antoine Wesley.
And flags stop this play.
Before any action happened at the line of scrimmage, first charge timeout, Dallas. 30-second timeout.
So timeout is taken. It'll be 4th down and goal, and we're right back after this message from Progressive.
Are here for new.
So 4th down and goal, and this crowd will crank it up again.
You don't want to hold these linemen in their stance for too long. On the road, a lot of noise down here.
Murray keeps, flips, touchdown Arizona. Antoine Wesley, his 2nd of the year. And the Cardinals cash in and get it in the end zone at the end of that long drive.
Well, this time it's Anthony Brown. The Cowboys have it covered. Anthony Brown is going to come down right here, and he's on Antoine Wesley, but he lets him go. And so you had 3 defenders out there to handle Kyler Murray. That's a heck of a job. I mean, the Cowboys almost get a hand on him. Malik Hooker right there. He did get a hand on it where that ball came out, but a touchdown nevertheless.
What a drive. 15 plays covering 91 yards. And in the middle of it, we had that fake punt and the catch by Jonathan Ward that extended the drive that ended.
They don't get a whole lot of love normally, and John certainly gave it to him.
Here is a short kickoff taken on a couple of hops by Clement. And he's brought down near the 24. Let's send it down to Aaron Andrews.
Had a chance to speak with Dak Prescott about John Madden, and he told me this week, I don't think about the game of football without thinking of Coach John Madden. It's spectacular to hear stories from guys that I look up to, like you, Troy Aikman. You see him here in pregame warm-ups with the t-shirt. He said there aren't many heroes in football, but he was definitely one of them. He actually had a chance to speak to Coach Madden. He thinks his 2nd year in the league. Rich Dalrymple, of course, head of PR for the Dallas Cowboys, put Coach Madden on the phone with him, and he just congratulated him and told him to keep working hard.
Good thinking by Rich Dalrymple. Getting Dak an opportunity to talk to John. From the 23, Dak Prescott and this offense better figure something out. They have not looked very good so far, coming off that big win on Sunday night. Here's Elliott. A little bit of daylight that closed down is coming off the corner. Kevin Peterson made the stop after a gain of 5.
Well, the Cowboys do like to use their 2 tight end package, and that time they put both of them to the left side. They're able to block up the edge, and they pick up a nice gain there on 1st down. They haven't yet taken advantage of some of the looks. You got Kevin Peterson right here, a young player, just hasn't played a lot of football. And when you get those one-on-one looks like they're getting on this play, maybe you can get something out of it.
Prescott throws, and the pass for a 1st down to Cooper. Cowboys in the first half against Washington last Sunday night had 42 points and 389 yards. They've been shut out so far. They've missed a field goal try, and they've got just 110 yards on the scoreboard.
Well, I do know this, that watching Vance Joseph throughout the week at his weekly press conferences and then in our conversation with him last night, he's a confident defensive coordinator, and you know it's not just mirrors and smoke screens. I mean, he feels really good about this unit he has.
Here's Schultz, another catch, and a nice pickup on first down of 7 as Budda Baker knocks him down.
Budda Baker, he closes on that. There's a good look at Vance Joseph, former head coach for the Denver Broncos. He's really done a nice job, but here comes Murphy off the edge, and then you've got to have a guy be able to make a tackle in the open field. Budda Baker, another Pro Bowl player in this game. Outstanding season he's having. He's able to make a play and make this now 2nd and 3.
A couple of Pro Bowlers on this defense, Baker and Chandler Jones. Here is a handoff to Elliott, and he just powers for a first down.
Yeah, you hear me talk about it a lot, Joe, that we all know that Ezekiel Elliott has home run threat capability from anywhere on the field in breakaway speed, but he punches, or he packs a heck of a punch when he's running the football and is able to move the pile. Got a lot of respect for this guy and the way that he plays the game. They say he's as healthy as he's been, too. He's coming off that knee injury several weeks ago. This is the best he's felt in probably 6 weeks.
Gets it again. Lot of room. Ezekiel Elliott to the 35. But a flag is down back at the 47.
Holding. Offense. Number 86. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's against Dalton Schultz.
That's on Dalton Schultz. I was a little worried they were going to call Connor Williams, who had a lot of penalties, and it's one of the reasons why they put him on the bench for about 4 weeks. He's back in the lineup, but here's the hold right there that Schultz had on Simmons.
That's the third offensive holding call against Dallas in the ballgame.
Well, now see what Vance Joseph does. He's got him backed up, first down and long, but he's still playing single coverage.
Prescott is able to complete to Cedric Wilson in a short gain. He gets the 7 yards to make it 2nd down and 10 coming up with under 2.5 to go. Cowboys with 2 timeouts, down by 10. Prescott, Wilson, first down. Two minutes left in half number 1. And the Cowboys.
Reeves and Mike Ditka. And all their shenanigans. Yeah, he was tough too. Great competitor. One of the all-time great competitors in this NFL.
Here is a pass that's batted into the air. There's a flag for the coverage as Budda Baker comes down with a ball. Amari Cooper was grabbed as Antonio Hamilton, who's getting the start, got his hands on Cooper before the ball got there.
It was interesting when that flag came out. It was awfully late.
Defense, number 33. Ball be placed in spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
It's Antonio Hamilton, the corner. Yeah, that's a good call. The flag did come out late, and maybe he just couldn't get a hold of it, but definitely got his right arm in there, the turn, and Antonio Hamilton, another one of those guys like Kevin Peterson. He had to play a lot against Indianapolis. He gives everything he has. He doesn't lack confidence. But they caught him on that play.
Making his 3rd start of the year. Here's one batted down. We've seen that a lot in this first half. Budda Baker, who is all over the place, came up and knocked that one away. 2nd and 10.
He is everywhere. If you like football, you like Budda Baker. I mean, it's just almost impossible to watch the Cardinals play and not see him do all the things that he's able to do. He gives Vance Joseph a lot of versatility in what he's able to do with his scheme, And they say he practices the same way. Same intensity. Here he is right here, number 3.
He's got 3 tackles in the game, a sack, 2 passes defensed. And now Baker bails out of there. On 2nd down, Prescott throws low and incomplete for Lamb. And a flag comes flying in late as Hicks was in coverage.
Pass interference. Defense number 58. Ball be placed at spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
So a couple of pass interference calls against Arizona sets up the Cowboys here.
Yeah, right there.
Good position.
Yeah, they're 58. Not a whole lot there. I don't know about that one. That flag came out late too. They're a little slow on the draw. They wouldn't make it in the Wild West, I'll tell you that.
Pass is high and incomplete as Dalton Schultz couldn't haul it in. And Prescott missed a wide open receiver there.
Well, that's some of what we saw prior to last week. I mean, Schultz is a big guy. And he turns around and he's right in front. He's not that far away from Prescott. Not really any pressure on Prescott in the pocket. And a ball that not only isn't completed, but very easily could have been intercepted.
Here's another one batted down as Byron Murphy got up and knocked it away.
It's a great job by Byron Murphy. Now he's upset with himself. You can see him talking to himself that maybe he could have snagged it. That would have been a play, but he knows he can't get there and he just jumps up. He stops, there he goes. And he makes a play and he goes up one-handed. I think that's what he's saying to himself. Maybe if he goes up with both hands, that would have been the ultimate Jugs catch right there.
4 batted balls against Prescott by this Arizona defense.
Big 3rd down. This is what I talked about. This is where Dallas has had problems.
Looks like a free play. End zone shot and incomplete. Buda Baker came across early.
Offside. Defense number 3. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, I didn't see that Amari Cooper was complaining, but Antonio Hamilton, I think he was looking around a little bit. That ball was thrown. It was good coverage, but he never really turned to play the ball. I thought they might have been able to get him. You know, here he is here. He's just kind of riding him a little bit. I think Amari Cooper could have sold that a little bit more and gotten a penalty out of it.
Yeah, there could have been 2 calls against Arizona on that play. That would have been the bigger one, obviously. Now 3rd down and 5. 3 penalties on the Cardinals defense on this possession by Dallas. Troy circles Gallup. That's where Prescott goes for the touchdown. And Gallup is injured on the touchdown catch.
He's clutching that left knee. Here it is, Kevin Peterson. They go after him one-on-one here on 3rd and 5. And just a really well-thrown ball by Prescott. Great adjustment by Gallup in order to make the catch and the touchdown. But, yeah, he got up. He's still over there being looked at.
When there's an injury under 2 minutes and there is a score on the same play, we do not charge the team a timeout. Timeout on the field.
So they continue to look at Michael Gallup, who on that 3rd and 5 makes the catch for the touchdown, his 2nd of the year. Let's take a break in Arlington. Goes into the medical tent as you look at, got that left leg caught in the turf and then went down. Made the touchdown catch, which puts the Dallas Cowboys on the board. But now he gets looked at in the tent. Zerline hits the extra point. And it's a 3-point game with 1:25 left, and we check in with Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles.
TB, what's your New Year's resolution?
Well, as Kyler Murray with 3 timeouts is going to get a shot at doing something about what is now a 3-point game.
Yeah, some penalties there on that drive by Arizona. Kept the drive going. It made a stop. Give Dallas another opportunity, and they capitalize on it. There's Michael Gallup, and I really like him. A good young receiver. And, you know, the good thing for Dallas, I think, this year has been they've had to rely on a lot of different players because they have dealt with some injuries and guys missing significant time. You mentioned Gallup missing 7 games, and so that meant Cedric Wilson, you know, he had to play a little bit more and was very impactful at different times earlier in the year. That will pay dividends when you start losing more players like potentially they just did with Gallup.
Cowboys coming off that 11-play drive to make it a 3-point game. The NFL's Inspire Change initiative focuses on reducing barriers to opportunity and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community and police relations, and criminal justice reform. Text NFLIC to 635635 to learn more. All right, drive starts at the 25. As Murray sets up a screen for Edmonds. Vander Esch forces him out. Cowboys have only allowed 3 points in the last 2 minutes of the first half. That is the best mark in the NFL. 2nd and 7. Get word from down on the field that Michael Gallup has been ruled out for the rest of the game with that left knee injury. On 2nd down, Murray throws, pass is caught short of first down yardage by Zach Ertz. No tight end has more catches against the Dallas Cowboys than Zach Ertz.
This becomes a big 3rd down right here. Arizona, they're still playing the hurry up, but if they don't convert, they're going to give the ball back to Dallas with a chance.
But they do convert. Edmonds with a first down carry. Timeout taken by Cliff Kingsbury, his first.
Yeah, see if they pick it up first, and they are able to do that. He immediately calls the timeout. And this is an opportunity for Arizona if they are able to get down and come away with any points before the end of this half. They do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So they can double up on them. Still plenty of time with 51 seconds and 2 timeouts remaining.
Last time Arizona had the ball, they went 15 plays, 91 yards in basically 8.5 minutes. They converted a fake punt and scored a touchdown on 4th and goal. Cowboys answered. On 1st down, pass caught, Ertz. He gets 9.
Yeah, I don't like that decision by Ertz after he caught the ball. He could have caught it and just kept on running and gotten out of bounds and stopped the clock. Instead, he tries to cut it upfield, doesn't really get any more out of it. A lot of valuable time coming off the clock.
Murray completes to Kirk, whose momentum carries him out of bounds with an Arizona first down.
Yeah, and Matt Prater, their field goal kicker, he's got a big leg. He kicked a 62-yarder earlier in the season. And with this being an indoor stadium, I mean, they don't need much.
Prater's got his holder back, and Andy Lee, the punter, who was on the COVID list last week.
Well, they need really, I mean, they get 5 more yards. They have a chance.
That line for his career long, which is 64 yards. And they are inside of that. And they will use their 2nd timeout with a first down catch by Christian Kirk as he picks up 5. Here's the voice of WWE on Fox, Michael Cole. Well, Matt Prater, number 5, has the most field goals in NFL history of 50 or more yards. 65 of them.
I would think they'd want to take one shot. Christian Kirk has become kind of their big play guy. He's the one who can get down the field. I think they'd want to try to get one big play and not just resign themselves to coming away with 3.
Here's a shot for Green, and off his right hand, incomplete, working against Diggs.
Well, I don't know about that. It looked like a well thrown ball. I don't know. I'd like to take another look at that. We'll see. It just put up one hand on that. You know, maybe he's just trying to get his hand out in front, maybe pull it back in a little bit where he can get it. But boy, it looked like when the ball was thrown, he had a chance. And that is the matchup. When the Cowboys go one-on-one, yeah, I don't know. A.J. Green been doing this a long time. It's not for me to argue with how he catches a football, but I don't know about that one.
Now 3rd down and 5, 17 seconds left and 1 timeout. Lawrence came across early, and flags are thrown.
Yeah, no doubt they had to shut that one down because Murray was hoping he could have a free play, but yeah, they got DeMarcus Lawrence.
Defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That'll bring the ball inside the 40 with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, they're arguing Rodney Hudson, and something looked a little bit off about that to me as well. Rodney Hudson, the center, there seemed to be some movement, and that's what DeMarcus Lawrence. But I think it's just the way that maybe the bobbing of the head is what McCarthy was arguing about.
3rd down and less than 1. They hand off for the 1st down as Edmonds picks it up, and timeout is taken by Arizona, their final one. Odighizuwa made that tackle.
Yeah, now by using that last timeout, it's all on Kyler Murray now. I mean, he has to be smart about it, as does everyone else, if the ball's completed. But it has to be completed and out of bounds. It's nice when you have a kicker like Matt Prater that you have confidence in, even though he, like we talked about against Indianapolis, he missed a couple in that ball game. But as far as having the leg, you know, you don't have to be quite as aggressive.
Be a 53-yard try from this spot. Verizon halftime is coming up. 10 seconds, no timeouts. Three defenders deep for Dallas as Murray throws it away with 3 seconds to go, and the field goal unit comes on for Arizona. Well, we'll see that 53-yard try.
Yeah, that drive was as good, really, as Arizona could have hoped for, to be able to use those timeouts, move the football, and now whether or not Prater can put it through the uprights.
Talk about that operation between long snapper, holder, and kicker. They get Andy Lee back, the punter, and the holder for Prater, which makes a big difference. Timeout taken by Dallas. Prater, by the way, from 50 plus, 6 for 9 on the year. %74% from 50 plus is Matt Prater.
Well, you mentioned it earlier in this game, Joe. We knew this was going to be a ball game, or at least expected it to be, even without some of the players that the Cardinals are playing without. But Dallas, as well as they have played, like you said, against the Saints. You look at the division against the Washington team and the opponents that they have played, the Giants. This is the best team that they've faced in over a month.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is perfect. And the Cardinals, with Prater putting it through the uprights, lead by 6 at the half. Prater 2 for 2 in the ball game. Zuerlein 0 for 1 for Dallas. First half stats. Game already should be a fun second half. Here in week 17, Kurt and the guys coming up in Los Angeles with a Verizon halftime show, which starts right now.
Welcome to the Verizon halftime, the official.
You got to stick around for that. So far, It's been the Cardinals up by 6. Antoine Wesley, the rising player of the first half.
You know, as far as the chess match between coordinators, Vance Joseph has a leg up on Kellen Moore in that first half.
So away we go, and we will see the Arizona offense here, which was able to put up 3 points right before the end of the half, thanks to that 53-yard field goal knocked through by Matt Prater. Drive will start at the 25, and we will take you down to Aaron Andrews.
And in talking to Dallas head coach Mike McCarthy coming out of the half, he said there was some discussion, as you would have stopped takeaways and open field tackling.
Yeah, Dallas defense that leads the league with their 33 takeaways. 5 pick sixes for a franchise record. Murray just throws it into the ground. And a flag on the play.
Ineligible player illegally downfield prior to the pass on the offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that play just didn't look good from the start. And Kyler Murray ended up just throwing the ball into the turf. Scott Novak said 10-yard penalty. Backs it up to the 20, just a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Handoff to Edmonds, gets a yard. Let's go down to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, for as well as the Cardinals played, Cliff Kingsbury won't be too pleased with the way this half just started. A point of emphasis during half, the penalties, he said, which we have to clean up because we're competing so hard. Defensively, pleased with those batted balls you heard Aaron Andrews talk about. And on the offense, need to get back to establishing the run game and being effective that way. He said we are going to play aggressively, and that's how we're going to coach, to echo the point that Troy made earlier. We'll see if that keeps up here in the second half, guys.
Second and 14. Murray throws, pass caught. Kirk. 3rd and long coming up as Kirk gets it up to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, the penalties are just killer. Follow up on Tom Rinaldi, and that's why they are now 3rd and long. And this becomes, I think, right now in this point in the ball game, a pretty significant play. If Arizona, after going down and coming away with 3 points to end the first half, is able to do anything on this drive, I mean, that's really setting the tone to start this 3rd quarter. So Dallas here with 3rd and long needs to come up with a big play.
Murray underneath, pass is caught. Edmonds, nice move. And he picks up a first down as he went around Donovan Wilson to get 9.
Yeah, you know, they got everybody covered down the field, and they drop it underneath, and here goes Chase Edmonds, and it's just one-on-one and open field tackling, and can you make the play? And Edmonds is able to make him miss. 3rd and 9, and they keep the drive alive, and here they go. And so we'll see how this drive ends. But oftentimes, that first 3rd down is the hardest one to get on any drive.
Here's Edmonds getting the handoff, and he's swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage by Micah Parsons. Loss of 3.
There's been a few times in this game that there's been some places for Edmonds to run the football, but for the most part, it's looked like it's looked for the last several weeks, that there's just not much movement up front. They tried running it on 1st and long just a minute ago, and there was nowhere for Edmonds to run, and they try then there. Yeah, I know they want to try to, and you have to, because you cannot get into a situation where you're just trying to throw the football because of the inability to run it. Fortunately for them, the score is what it is, that they don't have to get away from it.
Murray keeps protected. Kirk got it. Hit him in stride inside the 25. 43 yards as Christian Kirk was covered by Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, just a really good route. You see as he goes to the corner, he's not in bad position initially, but once Kirk then starts to take it more vertically up the field, that's what creates the separation. And it's the throw by Murray that gets him then heading back up the field and is able to get the distance. Just a perfectly thrown pass. Great execution by those two.
43 yards, longest play of the ball game. 42-yarder earlier to A.J. Green, now 43 to Kirk. Murray, pass is caught, and Parsons swallows up Chase Edmonds.
Well, I'll say he was going nowhere. Micah Parsons, man, what a first year he has had. And we've talked about it when we've done Cowboys games. The Cowboys were in the market for another corner, and they thought they would be able to get one at their pick. Instead, they were both off the board. They get Micah Parsons, and when it's all said and done, they probably are going to be saying that was the best player in the draft.
Quick throw, Christian Kirk makes the catch, and he's tackled inside the 25 by Jordan Lewis and others. Gain of 6. Another third down coming up. Yeah, I would imagine if you were to do the draft all over again, Parsons would go 1.
Yeah, he would. He'd definitely go higher than he did. He's been sensational.
Third down and 12. Flag on the play. Looks like a free one. Randy Gregory came across early, and that'll be 5 free yards and shorter third down.
Offside. Defense number 94 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty.
He's trying to time this thing up and just gets going forward a little bit too much. Now, we have also seen Rodney Hudson, the center. They do a nice job. It's a lot different. These teams on the road are able to handle the crowd noise and mix up cadence much better than what we once did back years ago. And Rodney Hudson, the veteran that he is, he's done some pretty good things up front to throw Dallas a little off with that pass rush.
Third down here. Wesley up to get it. Touchdown, Arizona. Second of the game for Antoine Wesley. And the Cardinals add to their lead. What a throw, what a catch.
Yeah, and he's got the size advantage that I talked about in that first half. He's able to go up and make a play. Now, Antoine Wesley, as I mentioned, he's had to play more because of Hopkins not being available. He has a history with head coach Cliff Kingsbury, having played for him at Texas Tech. And so he's able to run this offense. He's familiar with what it is that they're doing, and he makes the play up over the top of Anthony Brown. Wesley at 6'4", and Anthony Brown at 5'11". And Kyler Murray gives him a shot, and he goes up and makes the play.
Arizona's going to go for 2. 0 for 2 in this department this year.
Yeah, I don't like 2 at this stage of the game.
Murray in trouble, backpedals, incomplete. Micah Parsons had pressure. Ertz was the target, and it's incomplete. Big receiver, 6'4", 206. Antoine Wesley up to get it. His second touchdown of the game. Arizona leading by 12. Well, the early 2-point try early in the second half for Arizona that comes up empty. Now 0 for 3. The Cardinals going for 2 this season. It's a 12-point game. And the Cowboys about to get it for the first time in this second half.
Yeah, Kingsbury, he was pretty upset after that 2-point try and not sure exactly what happened. Couldn't figure out exactly who didn't do what, but the execution wasn't there. Really no opportunity whatsoever. But to be going for 2, the game has changed in that regard too, with analytics and how everybody tries to view that. But I just think that this early in the game in the second half, that you take the points and then you move on. And then as you get into the fourth quarter, as the game starts to unwind, then you make the determination whether or not you ultimately are going to need 2 points and how that might shape up. But they might very well, as usually is the case, you're chasing that 1 point the rest of the game.
A return by Clement. Full head of steam and can't get up to the 25. Well, first of all, it's weird to say this. Week 18. Good luck figuring this out. We have no idea where we're heading for Week 18.
This is kind of like Christmas for broadcast teams. You know, you wait till now Week 17, and then the NFL assigns you your game.
Here's a ball knocked out of the hand of Prescott. He gets it right back and then completes it on a little toss to Schultz. He lost the ball, and Zach Martin gets on top of it. Chandler Jones forced the original fumble, and the Cowboys are fortunate.
You're not kidding.
He fumbled, recovered by the offense. Second down.
That was a hot potato. It's bouncing all over the place. Chandler Jones, though, I mentioned it early in this ball game, needs to be a factor, and he's made some nice plays. He does there. Cardinals unable to capitalize.
After discussion, that second pass incomplete. Second down.
So they're going to say the second pass. It was Zaven Collins, the rookie, who forced it out.
Please set the game
when it
clock
was
to 9 minutes,
eventually flipped to Dalton Schultz right there. And they're going to call that incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10. Prescott throws high as he misses Amari Cooper, and I know Dak is tired of hearing the word slump and tired of answering questions about what's wrong with this offense, but you take out that Sunday night game against the Washington football team, and it has not been good for this offense with all these weapons.
No, and that Washington team that they played, they didn't have a lot of players. That wasn't much of a fight that they were up against. We knew this was going to be a much better test, even without some of the players the Cardinals are without. But he's been a little bit off. There's no doubt.
Now 1 for his last 6. Facing 3rd and 10. And using his legs to get the first down. But a flag is down back at the 19.
Holding, offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's Connor Williams, his 3rd game back, starting at left guard, and that's 4 holding calls against this Dallas offensive line.
It is, and I mentioned earlier that Connor Williams, he's right here. Connor Williams had the holding penalties. He led the league in penalties when he was put on the bench, and he had not had a penalty in the 2 games that he started since he got back in the lineup, and that was a costly one, with Prescott able to pick up the first down with his legs.
Out to his right, looking for somewhere to go, and incomplete along the sideline for Schultz as he was pressured by Zach Allen.
Yeah, and that impresses me. I will say that with Zach Allen. There was no way he's going to catch Dak Prescott, but by him continuing to hustle, then he's at least able to put pressure on him and force the ball to get out of his hands. You can see they're trying to set it up where they can get Prescott out on the edge. They don't make the block on Allen, but that's a terrific job. And this Cardinals defense, they do fly around and hustle.
High hanging punt and a fair catch called for by Kirk. And the Cardinals get it right back. And Dak, coming off that huge Sunday night, has been frustrated most of the day.
Own journey on the Madden Cruiser through John's life. We're so grateful that we know that he had the opportunity to watch it with his family on Christmas Day. Just meant so much to us. And Joe Buck, who we throw back up to, wrote a beautiful piece in The Athletic paying tribute to John. Just on behalf of all of Fox Sports, we will forever be on your team, John.
Tom Rinaldi, thank you. What a job you did, Joel Santos, an entire crew that put that together. And what timing. Here's Kirk. Out on the edge as he goes right around the rookie Kelvin Joseph. And a catch and run of 15 yards.
You know, if you watch that documentary, you heard a lot of the guys talk about what it meant to be on the All-Madden, and unless you were tough and you played the game the way that John thought it should be played. And a real honor to be selected for those teams when I was.
Murray forced out by Curse. And by the way, that sitting next to your Super Bowl MVP trophy. And yeah, he loved you and so many on our crew. Richie Zients, our producer, Rich Russo, guys that were at CBS with John before the switch over to Fox for so many of them, including Eric Shanks, our boss. 2nd and 8. Cardinals have scored on 4 of their 5 drives today. Began this drive with their best starting field position of the ball game. Up by 12. Here's Ertz. Good blocking out in front, and Zach Ertz is close to first down yardage. See if they give him enough for a fresh set, and they are not. They're going to say he was just short. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, this is an Arizona offense that has scored on 4 of their 5 possessions. I mean, they have gained a lot of confidence in this ball game, as we talked about. What Dallas was able to capture last week against Washington, Arizona is having the same thing happen to them here in this game against this Dallas defense. They have moved the football awfully well.
Murray takes, he will get it, plus. Out of bounds at the 25, and that's now 5 straight 3rd down conversions for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, this is one of those where you're going to see just everybody crashes down inside, and with his speed, there's not many quarterbacks that can do that. Then you start worrying about Kyler Murray and his ability to run the football, and then it opens up more within the run game, because Dallas defensively has actually done a good job. They gave up one big run to Greg Dortch there in the first quarter, but outside of that, you know, Edmonds has had nowhere to go with the football.
Timeout taken by Cliff Kingsbury on the sideline with the play clock winding down.
30-second timeout.
So their first time out of the half, and we'll be right back after this from State Farm. And watching is Arizona trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Trying to get a big win here on the road and get to 11-5 and run the Cowboys record to the same. Murray takes off on first down, makes a couple of moves and slides with another fresh set for Arizona. A carry of 11 yards.
Well, they have this called, and you're going to see the job. Watch the defender here, and Murray, as he's going to take it to the left. And then that right there, when he wins here, Murray takes it, and there's another hole to the other side. And it's just the instincts that he has. I mean, just cat-like quickness. That how you are able to control that is the dilemma that every defense faces when they play against Arizona.
First down Cardinals. Edmonds. Dorrance Armstrong goes for a little bit of a ride. Edmonds not a big dude, 5'9", 205, missed 4 games with a high ankle sprain, but he carried big number 92 for a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I really like Chase Edmonds, and then there's a look at Randy Gregory, and these guys, they've been on the field a lot. Arizona's winning the time of possession, and these guys trying to chase Kyler Murray all over the field. And he looks like he's a little banged up as well as just gassed. They can't rotate defenders fast enough in order to keep them fresh, especially as we wind down this 3rd quarter and get into the 4th.
Hand off to Edmonds, and a nice play is made. Carlos Watkins with a tackle, no gain.
Really nice play by Watkins. That was Carlos Watkins who won inside on the draw by Kyler Murray. But this is going better than Arizona could have hoped. That they are driving the football. It hasn't been just a whole lot of big plays. They had the one to Christian Kirk, taking time off the clock, and then they've scored touchdowns.
Third down and 5. Murray throws it up for grabs and nearly picked as Kearse couldn't come down with it. Micah Parsons had pressure on Kyler Murray, and Kearse can't believe he missed this.
Oh, he had such a chance. He played it perfectly. He goes up for the football like you would a wide receiver. And Murray, he just feels, here comes Parsons, and he's just trying to give his guy a chance into the end zone, hoping that Ertz, I don't know if Ertz even really saw it. He certainly couldn't get up for it. And now Dallas they couldn't get guys on the field, and now that's a costly timeout, much like Arizona's was, in order to save a delay of game on this drive.
Well, I think Dallas just assumed that Arizona would go for the field goal try. They had Prater out there, but then set up as if they were going to go for it. Prater and Murray were both on the field at the same time. An interesting approach by Cliff Kingsbury to try and do exactly what happened, which is force Dallas to use a timeout. You see 5 run on the field, you expect a field goal, and they kept 1 out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, we heard Tom Rinaldi say Kingsbury's going to stay aggressive here in the second half. I could not have imagined him going for it here. But he got Dallas to burn a timeout.
26-yard try by Prater. And 3 more points on the pile. 4th straight scoring drive that could have been derailed by Jaron Kearse, but could not come up with it for the top spot, the top rung of the AFC North.
Yeah, huge win for them. And, you know, the new kids on the block, and then can you defeat the defending champs, you know, in Kansas City, the team that everybody's kind of shooting at, and they were able to do it in spectacular fashion. What a finish.
So this is a 15-point ball game. And win, lose, or draw for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. They got to figure something out here on offense, because it has not looked good at all against this depleted Arizona defense.
Yeah, it's kind of go time right now. You've got a defense in Dallas that's pretty worn out. You've got some injuries that are starting to accumulate a little bit. That's affecting them, and it seems like that if Dallas needs to get something going offensively right now.
Time to take a look at today's insights built with IBM Watson. And the catch against Arizona, Cooper and Lamb, 6 targets, 2 catches, 18 yards for their top 2 receivers. Here's Elliott, tries to cut back, and he ran into a wall named Zaven Collins, the rookie who gets a chance to play more in this game after seeing his playing time really diminish over the past couple of months.
Hasn't played much at all. He's played a handful of snaps here over the last 5 weeks. He had been the middle linebacker, the guy that they were going to have in the starting lineup to begin, and then it just hadn't worked out the way that they would have liked. But he gets a new opportunity tonight on the outside to show what he can do.
Here's Elliott with a drop. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, these are the plays that when you're struggling like Dallas is right now in this game. I mean, these are huge. We've seen this throughout the game, whether it's a play like that, when it's a drop, whether it's Prescott not making a good throw to stay ahead of the chains. Here they come again. You can see what they show. They don't all come usually.
No Michael Gallup. He was hurt on the touchdown catch in the first half. And here's one. May have been tipped. Incomplete for Amari Cooper. And that's a quick 3 and out. And this crowd, some in the crowd, are booing this offense for Dallas.
I think that was tipped. The way, right there. Just enough. Zach Allen has done some good things. But yeah, they drop, the drop by Ezekiel Elliott. If he catches that, it's 3rd and 1. And now another punt, and they're putting this defense of theirs in a real bind because they've just not really been able to slow Arizona down at all. They've scored 5 of their 6 drives.
Fair catch, hauled in by Kirk. Arizona about to go right back on offense after 3 and out by the Dallas Cowboys. What a statement being made today.
200 yards as we wind down the 3rd quarter and just 7 points. I think Vance Joseph with a secondary with a lot of young players and without a lot of key guys has been outstanding.
From the 23, Murray tried to dump it to Edmonds, and Edmonds comes out of that. Looks like a little bit injured, and he will check out.
He was a little off, situated when the ball came. He wasn't really expecting the throw, I don't think, and boy, they can't really afford to lose him. We already know they're without James Conner, but watch this as Edmonds comes around. He's not able to get situated, and then here comes the ball, and I don't know exactly when it might have happened. Maybe when he was, looks like he maybe pulled something within the ribs.
Cardinals with more than twice as many yards as Dallas in this game. Handoff goes to Jonathan Ward for 1.
Well, this is big. We haven't seen a lot of this with Arizona, but now Dallas is able to have 2 good plays. They get Arizona to 3rd and long, and can one of their playmakers make a play? Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Trayvon Diggs, somebody to change this game. They've done it before. They're certainly capable.
Cardinals line springs a leak, and Murray is dragged down by Armstrong. Randy Gregory was first there, and Armstrong will clean up.
Well, Randy Gregory, he's the first guy. He beats Justin Pugh inside. That he's the one who then makes Murray move to his left, and Dorrance Armstrong comes in and finishes him off. It's a great job of staying up the field, not allowing Murray out of the pocket.
Flag on the play, and will shut it down with a false start. Another pre-snap penalty for Arizona.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start. Offense, number 29. Half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
We were just talking, Troy, about somebody on this Dallas defense making a play. That's their first sack of the ball game. And it's going to back up their punter, Andy Lee, now with that penalty in the back of his end zone to punt it.
Yeah, now Lee just has to get this off. I mean, that's the only thing he's focused on. And CeeDee Lamb is at the 50-yard line. And so they're going to set Dallas up with great field position. This could be the turning point right here.
Lamb, little bit of room, breaks through 2 tacklers and takes it down near the 32, maybe the 31. And now the question is, can Dallas's offense do anything with this outstanding field position in a 2-possession game?
Well, Arizona offensively, when they got the ball, what they had to be thinking is, we want to put together a drive. Yes, get points if possible, but get into the 4th quarter on that possession. Get the game into the 4th quarter. And they weren't able to do it. They go 3 and out, and then with the sack, and along with the penalty, now they set Dallas up with great field position. And can the offense do their part?
Best starting field position by 38 yards for Dallas. Prescott has to come underneath Pollard. First down. Really hasn't been much downfield for Dak Prescott to find. Despite Arizona being without Marco Wilson, they've been without Robert Alford. Thin in the secondary, but you would never know it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it, because even when they've had chances down the field, they just haven't taken them.
Here's a snap that gets away from Prescott, and he's just able to get back on it.
Wow. You know, these are plays that you don't get back. So you got first down, and now you're second and long. I mean, it's huge. Just simply executing the exchange between quarterback and center.
Loss of 3.
But they're one-on-one at the top.
Again, Prescott has to come underneath, and Pollard has it go off his shoulder pads. 3rd and 13.
Well, I think that Vance Joseph is doing a good job. You see the safety here? He starts like he's going to be 2, but then he rotates to the middle. And so what initially at the snap you think, okay, well, I'm going to get a roll corner. That takes that receiver out of the way. It's not a rolled corner. It's a single high safety, and you've got the throws if you want them.
3rd down and 13.
Now they're showing single, but they'll go to a roll. I can't imagine they're going to go single on the outside here.
Prescott takes off. Short of first down yardage by a yard. It's 4th down. Jordan Hicks made the stop.
So this time they start with the center fielder here. You think you have one-on-one, but then he's going to roll back. So now you've got the coverage, and he had a chance to run, and he takes it. This is big.
4th down try here.
Trying to draw him off sides. I guess they're not going to snap this.
They'll let the quarter expire. It'll be 4th down when we come back and begin the final quarter of play here in Arlington, Texas. 15-point ball game, Fox NFL Sunday back. Vegas had the Cowboys as a big favorite here at home. They haven't played like it, down by 15, and it's 4th down and 1. Kellen Moore better come up with a beauty.
Yeah, you know, this is an offense that has been outstanding on 3rd and 1, 80% conversion rate, not good on 4th and 1, surprisingly. Just 3 of 8 on 4th and 1. And this is, in my opinion, the ball game. I mean, they've got to convert here if they're going to win this game.
Well, this Arizona defense that's been so good, needing to make a stop here on 4th down and 1 as they try to stop a 3-game losing streak. Cowboys spread them out a bit. Dak keeps, gets, 1st down.
Dak pulls it. Chandler Jones crashes, and then he goes and gets it.
1st and goal now. Prescott out of the reach of Dalton Schultz with pressure by Chandler Jones. Force that early throw.
Schultz almost able to haul this in. Jalen Thompson is in coverage. Put it out there to give him a shot.
Dalton Schultz just 1 catch since a busy 1st quarter. Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb just 2 catches between them for 18 yards. There's Cooper, but forced out by Kevin Peterson inside the 5. They mark him at the 2.
Yeah, Peterson right there to make the play after the catch was made. You know, Zeke Elliott, just 8 carries in this game, 17 yards. They've done a number on him.
Third down and goal. Prescott. End zone. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson.
This route by Cedric Wilson is really good. I mean, he gets Byron Murphy just leaning to his left, and then that opens up him going across the field.
And the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
It's a big 2-point play right here. They get a chance to cut it to 7, or it's still 2 possession.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Re-snap the try.
I think now they'll kick the extra point, which I would do anyway. I mean, the analytics jumps into this. If you kick the extra point, it's a 1-possession game. If you don't, you miss. It's a 2-possession game. You take a lot of pressure off Arizona. That used to be pretty conventional. Anymore, it's a whole different animal what these coaches are deciding to do.
Well, Zerline, extra points have been anything but automatic, and the 5-yard penalty gets assessed from the 15. So now this becomes a 38-yard extra point. He's missed 5 extra points this season.
All-Pro team, the All-Madden team, and I'd certainly vote for that.
Yeah. Pat Summerall's longtime partner was Tom Brookshire. Missed a game. Summerall then worked with John Madden in that pairing of the minimalist of John Madden and the way he, or rather Pat Summerall, and the way that John Madden did games, which was larger than life, was just the perfect combination.
So good.
Zerline kicks it away, and this will end up in the end zone. 13:49 left in an 8-point game, and more work to do for Kyler Murray in this Cardinals offense.
Yeah, and now by kicking the extra point, make it an 8-point game, Arizona definitely knows that they can't afford not to move the football and score more points of their own. They can't just rely on their defense. And you call a game a lot differently when that happens.
Fake toss, fake handoff, throw to the sideline is perfect. Caught by A.J. Green for a quick first down for Arizona.
Yeah, really well designed by Arizona. Darrell Daniels, the tight end, they're going to get Kyler Murray out on the edge where he can see. Watch here. Darrell Daniels, he pins him into the inside, Micah Parsons, and it allows Murray then to get out on the corner and make that throw. Otherwise, Parsons would have been all over him.
The crowd wants the Cowboys to challenge that catch. So did Trayvon Diggs. They showed it on the board here, and the crowd reacted, but no challenge flag thrown by Mike McCarthy as Eno Benjamin gets 2 on first down.
Yeah, Eno Benjamin, and you sit here and say, okay, well, Chase Edmonds, he left the game, and he's not gotten back in.
Looked like the catch was good. Second and 8. Parsons chasing down Murray, and this one thrown out of bounds. It's fun to watch Micah Parsons trying to pick his spot to get through that offensive line and then turn on the Jets. And he went after Kyler Murray, and Murray just happy to get rid of it.
Well, Micah Parsons, I've said this when we've had Cowboys in the past. People don't realize, they know he can run. They just don't know how well he can run. He's as fast as anybody on the field, and it doesn't matter at what position. So he can close on guys awfully fast. I don't know that he's going to close on Murray.
It's 3rd down and 8. Play clock down to 4. Murray sneaks through. And he gets popped by Donovan Wilson, 4th down.
Seemed like that play was rushed quite a bit. You know, they're contending with the play clock, trying to get things settled. The ball snapped. Murray, this is a great job by Donovan Wilson. I mean, in the open field, and he just attacks him. Great job defensively, and right now Dallas riding all the momentum.
Just 1 first down the last 2 possessions for Arizona as Lee hits it. Lamb returns it, goes backward, and he gets slung to the ground by Charles Washington. Good play downfield on special teams for Charles Washington. And a return of -2 after a 47-yard punt. The ball sits at the 10. 31 yards. Cooper's been shut down. And CeeDee Lamb, who's over 1,000 yards for the season, 1 catch, 9 yards.
Well, they have just 26 yards rushing from Pollard and Elliott. I mean, it's been all Dak Prescott. Even though they haven't had a lot of success, you'd like to see him try to get the running game going a little bit.
Here's Lamb. Big play to start the drive, 26 yards.
And you see up at the top, Byron Murphy, I mean, he was beat so bad, I'm pretty sure that was man coverage. They were man everywhere else, but Murphy, who is their best corner that's on the field, with the injuries and the COVID and everything else that's going on, and he's been beat now big time a couple times. 1 for the touchdown, and that play there to start this drive.
Longest play of the day for the Cowboys. 26 yards. Elliott brought down in the backfield by Chandler Jones. Big play by 55 and a loss of 1.
Yeah, really great play. I mean, they put a tight end over there to Chandler Jones' side. If they're able to make the block there, there was some room then for Elliott, but Chandler Jones defeats the block by Schultz.
Wow. Prescott steps out of trouble. Ball comes out, recovered by Arizona. Cowboys believe that the knee of Dak Prescott was down, but right now it's a fumble and a recovery by Arizona, and that ball's out.
It's out, and Isaiah Simmons is why Prescott had to scramble. Isaiah Simmons hits this in the backfield, and he also is the guy who comes in and knocks it out.
What a play by the 8th overall pick a year ago, Isaiah Simmons. He forced it out in the first turnover of the game.
I mean, watch Elliott. He comes up to make a play. That was a big-time collision right there. But for him to then be able to come back on Prescott, he's the guy who knocks it out. That's a great play by Isaiah Simmons.
John Madden would have been impressed by that.
Oh, he'd be on the All-Madden team for sure.
From the 44. Handoff on first down, and a flag flies, maybe a face mask, as Eno Benjamin was bottled up after a pickup of 1, but let's see if there's a face mask here.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 97. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
And just off the top of the helmet of Eno Benjamin by Odigizua. And there's a better look at it.
Yeah, it's a lot better look at it. His fingers in there in the opening. It was a pretty good catch there by the officials.
10th penalty on Dallas in the game, and it brings up 1st and 10 from the 28. Hand off to Edmonds on first down for 2.
Well, Edmonds hasn't had much room to run either. You know, we mentioned how good Arizona has been defensively on Elliott and Pollard. You know, you take the run from Greg Dortch out of it, they haven't gotten much going on the ground, and Murray's had to kind of do it all. They're one-on-one with press all across the board.
2nd and 8, pass for Ertz out of his reach. That stops the clock with 9:21 left before 3rd and 8.
Well, that was interesting because Trayvon Diggs, he gets beat off the line so bad that as he's trying to find his receiver, he ends up actually being in a position that affected what Murray was trying to do, getting the ball to Ertz. On the outside, you see there all of a sudden Trayvon Diggs comes into the picture because he got beat off the ball so bad.
Cardinals are inside field goal range already. Murray, quick setup and throw. Pass is caught short of a first down. As Joseph makes that play on Antoine Wesley, who's had a big game with 2 touchdowns, and Prater comes on for Arizona.
Yeah, those yards, you know, not a first down, of course, but those yards are big for this field goal, which is huge, to be able to extend it to a 2-possession game.
3 for 3 in the game is Prater after a rough go against Indy last Saturday night. 38-yard try here. Six for 8 in this range this season. Perfect. And this goes from an 8-point game to an 11-point game with 8.5 to go in Texas. But what a play by Isaiah Simmons last time Dallas had the ball.
Well, such a great job by Elliott coming up on the blitz pickup and picking him up a little bit, but he just kept hustling, and he goes and he knocks the ball out. And if Arizona wins this game, that is the play of the game. One of the best defensive plays I've seen in a long, long time by Isaiah Simmons.
Tell you, Vance Joseph, we've mentioned his name a number of times in this game. He's been a head coach, will likely get another crack at it. Maybe not this cycle, maybe this cycle with openings, but what a job he's done here with Arizona.
I mentioned earlier there was just been a confidence about him that he really felt good about the group, even though they were shorthanded, and what they were going to be able to do. It was real, and they've done their job. They've played really well. It's far from over.
Well, the drive will start at the 25 in a 2-possession game. 11 points. The Arizona lead. If it stays as is and Arizona wins this game, both teams will walk out of here 11-5. And this Cowboys offense that's been dominant at home this season has been shut down. But time left. Here's Wilson. Good tackle out in the open space by Kevin Peterson. Let's check in with Tom Rinaldi on Isaiah Simmons.
Joe, you hear Troy praise Isaiah Simmons. That will sound very familiar to Dabo Swinney at Clemson, where he played 5 different defensive positions for Clemson and was one of the most versatile players Dabo's ever coached. So to see a play like that, that'll look familiar to people in that conference.
Here's Schultz with a catch and forced out short of first down yardage. Here's that play again by the number 8 overall pick in 2020.
Yeah, I love just when you see players give great hustle and good things happen when you do that. He hit that thing, and like I said, Ezekiel Elliott, who's outstanding in pass protection. He came up, you could hear the collision all the way up here. And Isaiah Simmons just kept playing and made the play of the game.
Prescott will be wrapped up a yard short of first down yardage as Zach Allen made that tackle. It's 4th down.
Well, Dak, it looked like, got a little indecisive on whether or not he was going to run or try to throw it, and that indecision may have been what kept him from picking up the 1st down. Once he starts to go up into the line of scrimmage, right here, he's a little off balance, and he's not able to get it. So this, I mean, here it is.
Play clock under 10, a lot of time coming off the clock as well. Pass is caught by Wilson, and the Cowboys are 3 for 3 on 4th down in this game. 7 yards for a 1st down.
Good call there by Kellen Moore. They get Cedric Wilson, and when he does that pivot motion here, you can see Byron Murphy. He's the one in man coverage, and he's just hardly in the picture.
Under 6.5 to go. Looks like a double pass with Wilson for Pollard. Had to wait on it, but a big play. Out of bounds inside the 30. And Cedric Wilson now 3 for 3 passing the football this season.
Yeah, they hit him back here. You're going to see Pollard, who he leaks through after the throw is made. He slow plays it. They turn him loose. It's all about timing when you call those plays. That was perfect timing by Kellen Moore.
31-yard pickup, the longest play of the game for Dallas. Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and just like that, inside the 15-yard line with a 1st down to the Cowboys.
That doesn't take long. CeeDee Lamb, the corner's off. Peterson, and you can see, you just get him moving, and I've just been surprised that we haven't seen more of this in this game. They haven't really been challenged, these young corners that they have. Here he's out here again. He's probably going to get a little bit of help. They're singled up at the top.
Looking left all the way. Pass behind, but caught by Wilson. And the Cowboys will get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, a gain of 8. And now they back up and get in a huddle with time running off the clock, under 5 to go. Mike McCarthy with 2 timeouts in his pocket, down by 11.
Here they come.
Prescott to his left. Throws, touchdown Cooper. And Dallas will go for 2.
It's the same route they called earlier. Amari Cooper in man coverage. I mean, he just totally whiffs. Amari Cooper comes across the back just wide open.
Cowboys 5 for 9 and 2-point tries this season. Prescott throws for 2. Cedric Wilson, 3-point game.
I mentioned it earlier, Cedric Wilson has made some big plays over the course of this season. Here's the double pass that Cedric Wilson lays out to Pollard that really got the whole thing going. The touchdown pass to Amari Cooper is the same route that Cedric Wilson ran earlier for the touchdown on the previous possession. Now they come back to Cedric Wilson. Byron Murphy has had a tough game. And that was a perfectly thrown pass, low and away. And Cedric Wilson, again, comes up with a big play when needed.
Wilson on that drive, 3 catches, the completion for 31 yards, and the 2-point conversion. And this is all after the Cowboys lost Michael Gallup to a knee injury in the first half.
Well, when he was down for those 7 games earlier, it was Cedric Wilson who they needed. And Cedric Wilson did some good things during that stretch. So as I was saying earlier, having to rely on a lot of players on this roster will benefit this team, and it has in this game with Cedric Wilson coming in off the bench and continuing to play at a high level.
6th-round pick from Boise State in 2018. Big part of this offensive attack for the Dallas Cowboys here today and all year. Zuerlein knocks it into the back of the end zone. Week 18 for the first time in the regular season coming up next week through the end of this week 17. Well, here's Arizona.
Arizona's inability to run the football. This is where it shows itself.
Leading by 3, Murray steps into it. Incomplete for Christian Kirk.
They had him. They got what they wanted. They got Christian Kirk, Anthony Brown, and he's got a couple steps on him and just not able to make the connection.
Remember, this is a Dallas defense that leads the league in takeaways. None so far today. 2nd and 10.
Micah Parsons right down here.
Murray takes off. 1st down plus. Kyler Murray up to the 40.
That was designed the entire way. Rodney Hudson, the center. You're going to see he pulls out. No hesitation at all by Murray. He's going to take it, and there he goes. Pugh, he corners his guy. Hudson's out there securing the edge. One of the best runs we've seen by anyone for Arizona today.
I don't think there was a bigger offseason addition by Steve Keim than Rodney Hudson. And that trade from the Raiders solidifies that offensive line. And he'll snap it on 1st down. Handoff here to Edmonds. Tackled by Van Der Esch. A gain of 3.
We'll start running this clock down. Snapped it on that last play at about 5 seconds. You don't want them at the line too long, so you hold them in the huddle. But you don't want these big guys getting up there and having to sit around and wait.
Fake the handoff. Murray throws, passes, caught for the 1st down. Zach Ertz with the catch. And then hit and dropped by Anthony Brown, but another 1st down for Arizona.
Well, this is the guy. This is the guy that he feels most comfortable throwing the football to with the DeAndre Hopkins out of the game. An excellent route by Ertz and a really decisive, accurate throw by Kyler Murray.
7th catch in the game for Ertz. 77 catches for the longtime Philadelphia Eagle against the Dallas Cowboys. That's most by a tight end all time. Number 2 on that list, Hall of Famer Jackie Smith with 62, who ended his career with the Dallas Cowboys. By way of a game summary, Kyler Murray, his numbers on that top line. Dak Prescott, it's gotten a little better here of late. Did lose a fumble. Cowboys were down by 15 not long ago, now trailing by 3. Dallas used a timeout. They have only 1 left. Murray pitches. Edmonds on the carry. And he will stay in bounds, and the clock will continue to wind as Edmonds gets a 1st down for Arizona as they're trying to salt this game away.
Yeah, what a call by Kingsbury and great execution by Kyler Murray. He makes the end take him. Nobody's accounting for the pitch man. This is old wishbone offense right here. I mean, really good work as DeMarcus Lawrence has to make a decision, but no linebacker scraping off the edge in order to pick up Edmonds once he gets the pitch.
Dallas takes a timeout, but they take it after Edmonds gets a first down. And the next stoppage will be at the 2-minute warning. You would have to believe, with Arizona sitting pretty up by 3. And the ball sitting at the Dallas 35.
I don't know if they got that off. Barely, if they did.
Here's a toss to Edmonds, chased by Gregory, and he stays in bounds. Ball was down. Gregory made the stop, but Edmonds was down. No fumble, and the clock will continue to run.
That play clock hit 0. Now I know the mechanics by the officials. It hits 0. They look and see if the ball's being snapped, but it was close. To me, that should have been delay of game.
And now as they play that timeouts, and we're outside of 2 minutes, the Cowboys can't challenge. We'll take another look at it. Here's Murray. He's going to get the first down and slide to stay in bounds.
Yeah, game over.
And that should do it. But the Cowboys being out of timeouts did not allow them to challenge this, which the crowd saw on the board and thought it was a fumble. But unable to challenge. And the Cardinals are under 2 minutes away from a much-needed road win. Remember the timeout that Mike McCarthy and Dallas had to use early. On a 4th down, the Arizona Cardinals had both Matt Prater and Kyler Murray on the field at the same time. And so there was confusion defensively as to whether Dallas was going to have to defend a play with Murray or defend a kick. So they used a timeout, and by not having a timeout in his pocket, outside of 2 minutes, Mike McCarthy could not challenge what looked like a fumble and a clear recovery by the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and I think we give Cliff Kingsbury credit on that drive, knowing that they were unable to run the football. They had not had really any success running the ball with their running backs. What did we see when they needed to run the football? Kyler Murray getting his number called, and successfully. Just a great job of coaching all the way around. Cliff Kingsbury, Vance Joseph, and this Cardinals team coming to Dallas and coming away with a huge win and keeping Kyler Murray's winning streak alive and well at AT&T Stadium.
He'll go to 8-0 as a starter, and it's more than just a one-man show in football, but he's at least the co-owner of this stadium with Jerry Jones.
It's a big loss for Dallas as far as playoff seeding goes. They lose the number 2 slot, which would mean if they win in the wild card, they wouldn't then host the divisional game, assuming that the 2 seed does win their wild card game.
Coming up next is the OT presented by Tubi. And we're one snap away from the end of this ball game. Arizona never trailed in the game. Kyler Murray 2 touchdown passes to Antoine Wesley. And Matt Prater, after a rough game against the Cardinals, 4 field goals in 4 tries. And Kingsbury and the Cardinals come on the road and get a 3-point win here in Arlington, Texas. And both teams walk out of here 11-5. Kyler Murray continues his run inside this stadium. 5-0 in high school, 1 at OU, and 2-0 in the NFL here against Dallas. Back after this.